So this is the grave of John Hancock, which I'm pretty sure everyone knows who he is because he's most famous for signing his name real big on the Declaration of Independence. And by the way, the reason he did that is that he was the president of the Continental Congress who was in charge of drafting the Declaration, and he truly believed he'd be the only one signing it. But, you know, I'm not here to talk about John Hancock. I am actually here to talk about this grave right here that says Frank, servant to John Hancock. But Frank was not just John Hancock's servant. Frank was one of 3 of John Hancock's enslaved people that he kept in bondage. Frank was purchased by John Hancock in London in 1768, and he is buried next to John Hancock. And the reason I think that Frank's grave is so historically important is because here is a pretty a pretty solid example of evidence of enslavement in the North, and particularly in the Northeast. This was not uncommon for people of John Hancock's stature. Many wealthy colonial Bostonians enslaved people. John Hancock was not unique in this practice, but I think it's very important to discuss because it's a very important part of United States history. And I think it is very important for us to historically recognize the fact that many of the founding fathers were enslavers, and not just Washington or Jefferson, but people in the North as well. And Frank, I think, deserves to be remembered. Even though he was just an enslaved person of John Hancock's, he is still very, very important in regards to our history, and especially in regards to early colonial history.